Oh, rip frames. Okie dokie. Oh, rip frames. Okie dokie. Oh, rip frames. Okie dokie. Hey y'all. Okay, I think I got it figured out. Let me know if you can't hear anything. I'm trying a new setup here, so everything's kind of. I had to hold stuff. Just gonna start with some daily chores to start things off. Gotta get all this stuff into play here. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to share. I'll just do that real fast. Thing. Shake all of this. Hard time keeping up with me here. All I can do is flower breed. That's all I'm really good at, is I can hybrid flowers. I time travel a lot. I think this is like already, this might be my town where I'm already like a couple years ahead, or not, because I just time travel. But it's super easy, because once you get a batch of like 4, sorry, I am so used to holding it in a certain way. But once you get 4, then it's really easy to produce 4 more, because you just control how many flowers you can get. So then I have like a couple giveaway things. Yeah, I'll open up town in a little while for coming in and grabbing items, because this is my giveaway town. So here, this can does like 9 at a time. So I use the golden watering can. It's like several seconds slower than the silver watering can. So people who like flower breed really do like this. Like here, the silver watering can would be good, but I just go like this, and I'll get pink or purple from it. And I'll do this, and I get pink or purple from it. But you only get 4 flowers a day. So, like, I'm going to be replanting my orchard today. So 4 flowers, whether or not your villagers plant flowers. So at first I had tiled over the entire top section. And then, here, let me show you how my town is laid out. See all the houses down here? I lined them all up using the tile method that you see here. Like, here. Like 2 apart, 2 apart. So there's no 3x3 space for the villagers to plot anywhere else. And so I've controlled kind of where my villagers can plot, So I'll be planting things around them. Oh, it is hard to hold this still. Handheld's not good for that stuff. Oh, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Like everybody else asks me questions. I'm kind of like the flower pro in our little group of people. My other town, my main town, has only blue and orange roses in it. And it didn't take me long to do that. So I do flower requests. Like I say, I time travel a lot. So here I have them all my villagers plotted out. And see how, like, this flower has been planted by a villager. I would tile out this whole section. Right now, this is a town that I don't super care. So I've let them plant their things. But as it fills, you're going to want to control it. So I do flower breeding on the beach. Setting it up in, like, let me dig a hole. Let me go down to the thing and I'll show you. So, like, the way I do flowers is I make little L's like this, or I put another one here and make a T. Hey, Sloppy! So I either do L's, where you'll get a flower pop up here, or anywhere around it, or I do T's, where, like, there's 3 and then 1 or 2. So you make giant T's, and then, see, from here, I can... It gets all of the ones in a row. So people usually do T's and then use the golden watering can to get their flower breed. See, this one's already, I watered only this group yesterday, so I already got a purple spawn out. Typically, when it starts getting closer to the end, I'll only water the ones that I want to breed or pop out a hybrid. So, like I said, you're limited to 4. So I usually just water like 1 or 2 groups of the flowers way up here. So I'll go like this and I'll water. And I'll water this one. And then I just time travel. I just go to the very next day. And then 4 more of these would spawn out. So I can produce 4 of these blue ones in one day. So I TT a lot. That's just time traveling. I typically do it with the ACNL clock, but sometimes I've had to, because villagers sometimes like to jump plots. You know, if I've undone tiles in order to make way for a public works project or something, I, like over here, I undid a whole bunch in order to get this public works project in, and I had someone plot down where I didn't want them. So I had to use the internal 3DS clock in order to go back and make sure I tiled over to make sure they're only going in the spaces that I allow, because, you know, I can do that. So yeah, I still have to do some shifty shifts a little bit because I want to create kind of like a park section here. So ideally I have a little park, and then I'll have some villagers on either side, and then I want to create like another little park section at the other end, but I'll probably put in a police station or something right around here, maybe down here. There's enough room right here to do a police station. And then right now I don't have 3, 6, I only have 9 villagers because I ignore all my villagers all the time, forever. I just don't care. I usually do villager adoption, so I don't ever bother befriending them or anything like that. This town is even closed up. Like I put in the retail. Let me show you my retail. It's a lot of information, right? I don't even farm these villagers anymore because the way you can farm their stuff if you don't have like coupons and you want them in your town for a little while. But I filled it in with balloons that I got from my street pass house. from what I had a street pass myself because there's literally I'm the only one playing Animal Crossing in my town. So I street pass myself on my other DS, and I got balloons to put in there so that they can't even sell their stuff. And I set it for 10,000. So I set it for 10,000 bells so that they don't bother putting their stuff in my area. I have black flower. Black flower is for Hatter's house. Oh, I already got all the stuff for today. Awesome. What is this? Mush lamp. Ooh, those are kind of nice. So yeah, I have Marine, my list of villagers. I have Chai, Olaf, Epona, Tia, Lucky, Chief, Moraine, Flora, and Kabuki right at the moment. And someone else moved out. I can't remember who. I probably had somebody or another. I will only theme the villagers if like no one wants villager adoptions. But on my Discord, people ask for things like the villager adoptions or flowers or furniture, so I have a lot of stuff. I have to look. That's kind of cute. I don't know. So I was making like my theme with the Alice is a cafe. So like I'm gonna put in like a whole bunch of like cafe stuff, and of course it's important that Alice has mushroom stuff for her furniture. Although I was thinking about changing it out some. I was gonna do some of the blue modern because it's shiny, which suits her better. But yeah. So I was kind of going through some stuff right now and trying to see about doing giveaways. So like people gift me stuff as I make the flower orders. You know, they'll ask for a locker full of blue flowers or orange flowers or things. So they give me things like these are infinite baskets and mush stuff, and so like I have a whole bunch of stuff that I'll be giving away soon. Setting it up for bells upon bells, as I just deleted a character with like 3 million spare bells. Got more bells than I know what to do with. I mean, I don't even know how much bells Alice has, but probably a couple million. And this is like my second of three towns, and each character has like several million bells. I do a bunch of beetle farming and things. I don't really do island tours, but I'm hoping that I might start doing those with you guys on stream. But today I just wanted to like set some stuff up, so it's a really quick little stream today. I don't even know if I should be keeping the ores. And I have almost a full museum minus bugs and fish in this town. In my other town, the entire museum is already finished. So I have like a locker full of like fossils for people to take. I have, let's take a look-see. Let's just take a quick look. So yeah, I have, down here, I have a whole bunch of fossils and like a worthy painting, fossils, a motherly statue, some ore. So it's enough, like, it's all the spare stuff as I hunted fossils for people, since it's like easy in this town to just find all 4 fossils typically. I never do any of the events, so there's never any bother with that. But even my main town there's not a whole lot going on right now because I haven't upgraded a whole bunch. Like, see, I only got Teen Y up like that, and Able Sisters. I always check here. The easiest way to upgrade your town, where you can skip over entire Timmy and Tommy stages, you buy the Royal Crowns, because they're worth like $1 million. So here, luckily today, the crown is there for $1 million bells. So I'll go grab $1 million bells, and then I'll buy the crown, and then my entire like thing is done in a matter of like 2 little trips. So as soon as the Royal Crown pops up, I grab money. Last time I got both the upstairs where Harriet is, or Shampoodles, and Kicks in one go. And then he upgraded together here with Leaf. So one more Royal Crown and I'll get the bigger shopping center. And it'll all be done. She has to spend so many bells. It'll be a good way to find out how many bells I have too. So even this character has almost 6 million bells. I'll just take out $1 million just for shopping purposes. And go upgrade my town. So I already got the Dream Suite in, and the club is in. So this all gives me the very last upgrade I need for Timmy and Tommy. Where is the thing that's, oh, badges. So I have that badge. So I just bought the crown again. So I should get the, so Findy's will pop up either today or tomorrow, wandering around to give me, the next badge. Oh, I don't ignore. I can't play and read very well. Your tea party has marshmallow chairs. Everybody needs marshmallow chairs. Yes, exactly, Slopey. So yeah, when I do, I still have to set up the forms. So probably won't do multiplayer today, but it seems like it's. I mean, is it looking okay for you guys? If I'm able to, I want to get the form set up so that I have your friend code and we can exchange friend codes and play. So that way, because I have to do great big purges because, like I say, I handle a lot of requests throughout the week on my Discord. You know, I play with lots of people, so I want to make sure that I've got everybody's friend code so that it's like, oh, we can play this time, and you're here, and we can play, and be cool. I like playing with people. In fact, I'm just going to get rid of these. Let's put them over here right now. They want, like, bamboo along the backside to hide the terrain. Might just get rid of these purple and pink flowers. I don't know. I decided to do entire giveaways of stuff. So, let's plant some bamboo. Sorry. See, so when I wrap the bamboo around, like, it's nowhere for it to sprout, so I like that. Oh, always be careful. End up skipping stuff all the time. I'm just doing a bit of town work today to get everything ready, and then I'm going to do like I'll have an item giveaway maybe later this week, and then I'll do a bell giveaway later this week, and maybe a balloon giveaway, or like street pass items, because not everybody has the ability to do street pass items. And my friend usually helps me. She streams as well. She does like she does tours and stuff, so she always gets me stuff from the island because I'm never there to. I'm just seeing if it does, because I've seen it on some people's grow that close to the fence, and I know they're not supposed to because it's like a tree, but I've seen the bamboo go right up against the fence. So I'm gonna see if it goes in my town, if that's just like, you know, because it's so hard to tell with hack towns nowadays. I shouldn't be allowed. Like, this second row should be the ones that spawn in. But I have no idea if this will actually legitimately grow so close to the track. But if not, I'm going to just offset it then, and I'll do this second row here, and then this third row. And then put in like a Publix work, like I want like a bench or something, and some bushes. So I want like a little seating area, because this used to be Cheshire's house. Used to, as in yesterday it was, and now it no longer is. So yeah, I'm gonna see which ones grow and which ones don't, because I've seen it and I'm like, hey, I want my bamboo to grow that close to the tracks, right? doesn't everybody want them to be that close to the tracks? And I've seen people get it that way, and I don't know if it's in a hack town or not in a hack town, because they don't tell me. You know, Cheshire disappears. So yeah, I'm gonna see if it actually grows, or if it's just the second row, and that'll tell me if it's a hack town or not. Because I don't think I don't think this back row will grow at all. But I have a basket of 9, so I figured I'd plant some. It'll produce more in like 3 days. Just like a tree, you know, it'll have offshoots as soon as it's grown. And then I might do like a cut down, you know, like have it tall on the second row and like a cut down on the third row or something. But yeah, I kind of want like this area to be kind of like a bamboo forest. I thought that would be kind of awesome, with like maybe a little bench or something. Because then we have like the other beach access. So here I planted like baskets of bananas and coconuts and stuff, and I kind of I packed as many as I possibly could on this beach. And then the rest went down there. So like now I have to decide, like, my orchard should be here. So I do like 2 rows, and like I'll do let's see, 3, 6, and then 1. No. I won't be able to reduce the basket everything, so put 1 here. No, in my main town I did have like tons of trees. I had like planted 9 trees of each thing, but here I'm just going to do like 3 of each and then give away the rest of the basket. These either came from my other town or friends dropped them off to me. So I'm like, I'm going to replant my orchard. Oh, this town doesn't have any. I had already gotten rid of all the trees and given myself the baskets of fruit earlier. Like, whoops. then that's a crown. So then we have pink things. And then we'll put lychees or lychees. Not Lacey, because, you know, he's just a streamer. He's not a fruit. So I'll plant 3 of each. Now by this point, I've usually caught the scorpion or tarantula, because once you plant the trees, then all the tree bugs start spawning in, and then it's much harder to actually control where they're pooping in. Oh, see, that one won't go. But it will go here. So usually when I'm done with this, I would fill it in with a whole bunch of flowers, so that the trees, when they drop stuff, it's just, it boots out of existence. So I'll either tile it over or things like that until, like, I need it. But since this is going to be kind of a giveaway town, I'm just going to kind of let it be open so that people can, like this one will spawn 2 things, but I might, like, pull things back. Like, I might pull this, track over or something. It'll jump here and it'll jump here, but it can't jump down here, I don't think, because that's too far away. But like this one has 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces available. This one has all the spaces. This one's got the 4 spaces. So this cherry's is the only one that doesn't have enough. But I might, like, undo 1 tile so it has a place to boop, you know, so it doesn't boop out of existence. So people can get full bags of stuff. Like here, 1, 2, 3. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So everything else is good. So maybe I'll plant another cherry tree over here or something. But I usually line path with things. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to see all my items. We'd have to hold the DS in a certain way. So now I'm planting mangoes. Three trees of each give me 9 baskets. So, and then we have apples. And I might cut these down like later on, like I did before. If people just don't need fruit, I'm finding more and more people need, like, baskets of fruit. So it's easy for me to just come and rob one of my trees in order to to get what I need. These are durians. We got durians, persimmons, things like that. How do I want to do this? I like having nice even rows because when it grows, it's really easy to bug hunt. Because I don't like it being uneven either. Put it here. Some persimmons in here, and yeah, I kind of want to offset. lemons. And I never use fertilizer for anything. I always end up buying it for people, but I never end up using it for anything. So it's a medium, but it does allow me the space if I need to replant, or I might move the orchard down here. See, I have perfect pears as my town fruit, so I kind of wanted to do the whole bottom in like perfect pears, because people always ask for like non-native fruit. But I wanted some of everything, so I might put some more trees down up in here, like making rows, like I did here. Like this was 2, 4, 6, 8, and then I put another one somewhere, but maybe I just kept it even because I don't like odd things. Odd numbers are weird. But I do have lots of room to play with down here, so I was thinking about adding bamboo down here to the park center, or maybe having the cedar trees. And then I have the cafe, which I'm not sure what I want to put around it, but I want to put something like up in here. So I kind of want to make a pathway up here, and leading to maybe like a park bench or something here, and then closing it off with like kind of like using the bushes to create kind of like a secret garden for like the library, because like our garden, we have a garden by our library, which I thought was kind of fun. Sorry, I'm also eating with a bunch. That's kind of what my plan is for this town. And see, I wanted to do like bamboo all up in here. So like this whole backside is going to eventually be bamboo, just to kind of hide everything. Goes up and beyond this, so it makes it look nice. And no bugs spawn on bamboo, so it's kind of nice to have bamboo in your town. You can cut it down. It spawns more to any side of it. So like this will put a shoot here and here and here and here, and you can get lots of bamboo shoots pretty quickly. But I wanted to hide the back wall as much as possible. And like I said, I saw someone had them right up against the fence, and I'm like, I didn't think that was possible because they act like trees. But maybe they will now, or maybe they won't now. I don't know. So then I still have to have like an area for this. I thought about kind of doing like if you look over here, I have the topiary here, the garden topiary, and then I have the white rabbit. So I'm gonna put another one of these with the king and queen over here, like having king and queen, and I'm like putting down, like I might want to do a grass tile to make it kind of look like their garden, to really like theme it out. This is just something, these are the paths I created like real quick, super fast, super easy. I just wanted something, but then it's like, I don't know, because it looked a little weird when it was like all over the place. But I like it as the paths. I just don't want it as like here in the, and this is the town flag at the moment, the butterfly. But I need to find something that like can go here or here or here, like tile pieces. But right now it's just a hodgepodge of stuff to prevent spawning. But I want something that'll blend in a little better. That's Alice in Wonderlandy. And then, like I said, I still have to like, I'll theme out my villagers or do like villager giveaways here and just have this be like my rotation town or my cycling town. I thought like, oh, great, like I'll put a bench here or something so you can sit at this park. But the same tiles will go down all around here. Flowers and tiles and stuff will be all like park themed. And then I want to do like I did create like a Moanrath's path tile that Alice in Wonderland had, but like it did not turn out well for me. Like I have to have the arrows go everywhere. Wasn't fun. So I just didn't do that. But yeah, I go to the, I don't really go to like the thing, but here's the Red Queen's house, which I have all in cards, and I have it in the book, the black and the red, and then I have the little like boopy heart thing. I think that was kind of cute. And then heart room with the rose sofas. But I thought about keeping red in here, but I might want to do 2 of these in the white revamp. And I wasn't sure what I wanted for the floor because I did not want, I wanted something more queen-like. Hey, Spoons! Checking out the stream. And then upstairs, I don't know if I wanted like her to have secretly like an all-white room because she's so against having white roses in her garden. Sorry. And there's a lot of like furniture that is white. I mean, I don't want like the minimalist set because that white seems not super white to me. But yeah, so like that'll all be white and red. Alice's will be a cafe. Hatter's got the garden house, so all this stuff will eventually be like green or gardeny. And then, so it's got like the green floor lights. And then I put in like all the miscellaneous for furniture at first for me, like all the garden stuff. The green wall. And then he's got the writing chair, obviously, because how is a raven like a writing desk? Kind of like a nod to that. And then here's Sloopy's there. Sloopy is a good Sloopy. He's a slowpoke. And so then I thought like more garden things, like here's the wheat field, the cicada stereo, all leaf things. So this was like the leaf revamp on these electronic circuit things. Kind of a garden themed stained glass window, and like the bear just works so well because it's all going to be like blues and greens up here, yellow, blue, green, like gardeny. So Sloopy Bear had to be in here. It works so great, doesn't it? Yeah, then like this will be like a garden, and then I'll have like an offshoot of like I'll have plants, maybe the bonsai collection, I can pull from my other town. I have a full, almost a full catalog on that character. I can just order it, and then he'll have black and white roses around his house. Probably mostly black roses all around his house. And then I want to do like some gardening things, so I might do like the not the flower, but like the uh, square PWP topiary ones here and here to kind of like, oh, you're at Heather's house now. And like I said, Alice's will have like, it's all gonna be white and blue for Alice's house, and it's going to be this, I was just testing out pink, but here that's like gonna be the main entrance, kind of like the seating arrangement. This is gonna be the outside dining patio area. So I'm gonna get like, I have garden iron garden furniture from the RV stuff. I might put the brick oven out here, like, oh, you're out on the patio for dining. So like an outdoor cafe. This will be like the welcome reception room. I'll probably change this out to either the monochrome floor, which is like black and gray, or the white wall, the white flooring. It goes this way. That I don't think it's diagonally. Maybe the white floor is diagonal. I think it goes horizontal. I don't like the vertical look though. But even if it goes diagonally or horizontal, I'll take it because it's like white and it looks okay. And then back here will be the kitchen. I tried the Rococo floor to go with the Rococo wall, but it didn't look very, I don't know, it looked too like frou-frou, hoity-toity. I'm not really sure how to put that. It looked too schmancy for Alice. But then I have like all the kitchen stuff, and I'll probably create like a break room kind of in the back. Happy home designering it a little bit. And the things like a good kitchen. I want like a kitchen wall, but like happy home designer kitchen wall, not like not the kitchen tile 70s wall that they seem to think that belongs in a kitchen. So I have to think of the right kind of like wall for here, but right now I have Isabel's little poppins. Because Isabella's bay. And then over here I thought of doing like a tea room. Like a like an English tea room. So here the Rococo looks nice. It's supposed to be fancy. I have afternoon tea sets, the cake trays, the little server trays. I'll put in like the cloth covered tables, but I'll revamp those into like, I might put in a little shark one secretly for when people come to visit. No, oh, it's Mako. Kind of in the center, or banquet tables back here, but they're 4x4 tables. They're huge, and they take up a lot of floor space, and like you can't push the chairs up it, you know. Like it's not like a real table. Is it too much to get like real furniture in Animal Crossing? But, like, yeah, this will be like an English tea room. And then I thought of like upstairs maybe being like an Asian type Japanese like sushi, kind of more the Asian Zen feel. So I might put like the Zen furniture in, or the imperial things in here, instead of like having it be, I like the blue sparkle, but I might use that downstairs. And the mush furniture is kind of funny, but like I think I kind of want her to be more cafe and not like have a place to sleep. She should sleep in the kitchen. And then downstairs will be the bathroom. So like every cafe needs a bathroom. So like I've got like the sink, and then like I've got the hand washing here. So then I'm gonna put in like toilet stalls, and the dividers. So I was gonna put in like dividers and like make like little toilet stalls and like maybe a couch to sleep in. So it's like I might have like the blue sparkle, the orb, the sapphire revamped furniture down here. Like I might make like a little like bedroom bathroom kind of combo. So that's Alice's house. And where I'm going with that. So like I'm gonna be calling in a whole bunch through the RV. Pretty much everything that goes into this house is pretty much going to be RV'd items. Very few Timmy Tommy items or regular items, because I don't necessarily need to street pass anything other than maybe Hatter's house, because Hatter you can buy the like full moon vanity or things like that. So here, let me show you my. Showing the other houses, but like I use like people ask for like the rainbow screen, and so the rainbow screen I bought from because I had the one in Hatter, so I street passed myself in order to gain access on my other character, in order to cycle back around, in order to give people the rainbow screen. So they're like some of the like holiday exclusives you can get through street passing. So this is Marie's, and this is Luna's house, which is my squid kid from my spat down. Oh, that fire. So like when people come in to buy this stuff, like if I street pass myself, I can buy any one of these things. So like people often ask for the Aurora screen or the rainbow screens a lot. So like all I have to do is street pass myself with some money, or like let's say they want to fill their shop with balloons, I can just come in here and go boop, 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 and buy. Hey Ronnie, buy the balloons that they are asking for. I think there's a limit on how much I can get, like how many items I can order. So I usually just, I do it in batches or whatever. And then here's like my, I have it set up where like this will be like this is a street pass item. Like this is, I think, is like a pinwheel. This is like my fashion, if you want to call it like fashion house room with my Callie and Marie so like I've revamped the signs into the special QR codes, and then put Callie and Marie, and then here's like the feathers. So I put like the fancy feathers from Pave in here, and then the little dress or whatever over there. And then that's like a revamped flagpole. So this is all from my Splatoon town. So I might do like Splatoon things. Still don't know what I was doing with this room. I was going somewhere with it, but then like I don't know. Oh yeah, I was trying to show all like the revamps available, and I still have to like get more, but I moved them into my town. So, and look, beautiful, beautiful blue marshmallow chairs. Everybody needs more marshmallow chairs. And then of course I have the toasted marshmallow chair. And then here is the room that is definitely finished. It's my museum room. So like I have all sorts of, all the mini fossils, and I made a list for that. Then I've got like Blather's clock. I've got the Monster Hunter eggs. It makes a cute little noise. And then this moves too. And then I've got the, that is a desert island escape map. It's really hard to see. But my friend gave it to me because she finished the game. I'm like, I haven't even played the Desert Island Escape yet. I'm like, excuse you, you've already played it and won. So she gave me her map for the room. And then I've got all the booster stuff, so like little coffee and his picture. It's like I have Blather's picture over here. And Blather's picture. And then I have the droids, and like I have them all lined up. And then that's like the cafe outfit you get from the mini game. An espresso machine, and then I've got Rossetti here in the museum model and the golden shovel. So like all sorts of like, it's all done. Like this room is definitely finished. I even revamped the little mat. So that's kind of cool. And then down here is my game room, my gaming trophies. So like she gave me her sale trophy, the Desert Island Escape. And then I've got the Golden House model, and like everything's kind of interactive. And then so like she gave me her tables and her cushions, and then oh, here's the Monster Hunter. Woo! It moves. It's really creepy. And then I got the trophies, and then all the DS, Wii, and stuff. And people gave me some duplicates to make kind of like a this is where I store all my amiibos to play my games. When I come over here and go, boop-a-doo, I can sit down and watch TV and play my games and play my board games, and so I made kind of a little gaming trophy room. I don't think I follow Opa, but I've seen his stream or something. I think I don't think he was playing Animal Crossing though. And then up here is the bedroom. So I've got like, I can street pass all these items. These are all like the Aquarius sets. So like people often ask me for those. So I street pass and buy them again for people. So like I bought the urns and stuff. So I bought a couple duplicate things. This is all like, here's a frying pan from the Desert Island Escape or something. I'm like, I need all the things. And then I have Splatoon stuff on there because it's a Splatoon town. Everything is blue and orange, including this little piggy bank. I revamped the piggy bank to be blue. People didn't know you can revamp the piggy bank, but it can be revamped like anything else. And then, of course, the cushions. Finally got my hands on the cushions. And some blue tees. I think that looks just great in blue. Oh, nice. Black and gold roses. You get better success with blues with hybriding 4 reds together. Or you get a couple blues and then they just spawn tons more blues. Like, I have it where I can just get like in less than a week of TTing, I can get like a truckload of blue flowers, because my Splatoon town only has orange and blue, and it's filled up. There's not a single space left over. It's all like pretty much trees and flowers. Because I fill flower requests for people. Yeah, the red roses, when you breed red roses together and they pop out another red rose, that's a red hybrid. So you've got to get like 2 or 4 of those together and make either an L shape or a T shape, and then you'll get pinks and purples and blues and oranges. Red hybrids kind of breed everything. So the easiest way for me to get blue is when I started was to get 4 hybrid reds together. I put them in like a cube, like I put them 2 by 2 into like a little square, and I watered just those flowers. I tiled up the entire rest of my board so that the villagers couldn't plant flowers because you only get 4 flowers a day. So yeah, I used red hybrids to get the blue flowers. Um, or you can follow, if you use the Discord link, you can always come into my Discord and ask, and then I'll most likely be doing giveaway later this week. So you can just say, hey, I need 4 blue roses, or I need 8 blue roses. No. So that's the easiest way to start out, is just get someone to give you like 4 blue roses.
You're a good person.
and then people will fill the request. And then you just water those, and you can essentially, with 4 blue roses, you can get 4 more blue roses each day that passes, if those are the only flowers that are getting watered, if those are the only flowers being plotted. So, like, I had tiled over my entire town, leaving no space undone other than the house plots for the villagers. I made sure that I got all the villagers in. I used Wisp. I filled them up with whoever I just grabbed from my book. I have a complete collection. So I filled them up with people's requests for adopting. And then I took my flower breeding to the beach. And since I only wanted orange and blue, I waited till I got those, then got rid of all the other flowers. So I either tucked them away in the locker, but I did it so that when, like, I took my red roses and produced 2 blue ones. Once I got the blue ones, I took the reds off of the board. When I got the blues, I only watered blues. I got between 4 and 6 flowers. You're only supposed to get 4 a day, including villager plots. But I got 6 one time, which was a really weird like jump, because that kind of surprised me. I'm like, I'm only expecting 4 flowers. Wait, I've got 6 blue roses today, and that was kind of weird. But once I got them, I started filling in my town. Like, I did rows. So I did a row of I got 2 rows of blue going up and down vertically, then 2 rows of orange going up and down vertically, then 2 more rows of blue, and so forth, until I filled my whole board. So once I got the 4 blue roses, I just kept watering those, and only just those. When I did the orange, then I did just orange, and I took the blue off of the beach and put them into my town. And then, like, halfway through, I was like, oh, I can do blue and orange. So I was filling them in as I went. So that's how I did, like, the whole town. And, like, so I just sort of control, because if you tile everywhere, the villagers can't accidentally plot a flower, which works against you. So it didn't take me more than a couple of weeks of TTing to actually fill up my entire town of blue and orange roses. You're working on a project? What project are you working on? You're breeding more flowers? Yeah, so, like, if people want to use, they'll use fertilizer. Can I repeat all that? Are you going to take notes? Some people use fertilizer, but I don't need to use fertilizer. I have a golden watering can, which Some people say it doesn't work as well, but frankly, I've never had it not work. So, like, I mean, I got to this point, and I got 2 of these flowers, and then I just started spawning more. So, like, any random flowers that's not one I want, I just dig them up. So, like, here, when I do the 4 purples, like, sometimes if I'm doing 4 purples, like, on the beach, they'll spawn a blue. So if someone doesn't want them, like, in this town, I will dig them up. I don't need any more blue flowers. If I want blue flowers, I can water my other town. So, I mean, I had pink and purple because that was Cheshire's colors, but I might give those away because lots of people always ask for pink and purple roses. Very girly colors to me. I don't know. So, like, here I'll keep 4, and I'll give away all the other roses. Sorry. Yeah, it's going red sometimes, and I don't understand why that is. But my computer's like dropping frames like nobody's business, and I've had audio trouble all morning. So I am so sorry if it's like super terrible right now. And so yeah, like on my other town, I only keep the ones that'll hybrid themselves. I just find that the red hybrids give you the blue flowers the quickest. Because, well, I mean, the blue and blue give you the blue flowers the quickest. Do you have orange flowers? Because the orange, I mean, purple will give it to you eventually too, but it just takes a lot longer. Because purple can also give you purple. So I find that, like, people are like, oh, I'll just spawn purples together with other purples, and you can occasionally get a blue that way, but you'll get more purples that way, so you're going to be there forever trying to get a blue rose from that. It's best just like how you did the black flowers. Those should have been the red hybrid and red hybrid. Or I guess just red and red roses will give you a block as well. But red hybrids will give them to you faster. So, hybrid. Orange and purple flowers. I got 2 red hybrids, and then make more red. Yeah, but they're giving you, the 2 red hybrids are giving you more red hybrids. Try the L shape or the T shape. Let me show you. Like, I don't know what shape you're doing, but sometimes people find it. I like cubes. So, like, yeah, if you do, I like cubes only because, like, I don't need flowers necessarily, but here's what people do. They create this shape, and you water from here with your golden can. So from here, you can get all of these flowers, and you'll get your 4 spawn, your 2 spawn here, and your 2 spawn here, 4 for the day. Or you do your L shape like this, putting 1 here, and possibly 1 here, and you get your 4 cube here. Does that make sense? I like just the 4 together, because it gives you all these spaces around it to pop out stuff. So, like, people who do this method generally only get the 4. I've done a cube where they're like here's the L shape, really. So that was the T shape, this is the L shape. So your hybrids will go right here, like they'll spawn here generally, because it's breeding this one and this one, and it's popping here. And it's breeding this one and this one, and it's popping here. And it's breeding this one and this one and popping here. And then you might get one over here. The one that I think works best is squares. That's why I work in squares. Or rectangles. So I'll do like this. And then I have a spot here, 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 and here, and also here for them to breed. That's how I got the 6. Newt, Newt! Hey, Newtland! Other Strim Striver friend with the ACNL diction. So I actually do cubes. I know some people do.
You're a good person.
I know some people do like the diamond method, but you're actually limiting the space in which your flowers can actually plot. The diamond method works best for, I found it works best with the crossbreeding the pansies, because there's so many combos that can actually produce hybrids. That when you do a diamond, it doesn't matter which one they're breeding with, because you have such a mixture of color. Like you have the red and the yellow and, red, yellow, white, and stuff. And so the diamond method works best because you don't really care who's breeding with what. When you really want to control breeding, you're doing L's, T's, or cubes, generally. I like doing cubes, although the silver watering can will cut down on your time for that. I do this method the next because it gives you all of this space around it for plots. So, like, you typically will only get 4 a day of flowers, whether the villagers are plotting or not. And so I found that when I actually do cubes or L's, it's giving me a lot more plot spaces. Because you have to think about, like, where is the flower going to go? Oh, here's Phineas with our shopping. I bought a royal crown earlier, so just instant shopping badge. So yeah, you don't want to limit where your flowers are, but you also don't want to be watering every single flower. Only doing the ones you're really focusing on getting, and don't let the villagers water any of the others. So if you go on the beach, they typically won't unless they have nowhere else to actually go. And then, so like here, it's like if I'm not really caring, my pink and purples will actually spawn more pink and purples, and they haven't produced anything else. For a while, they were only spawning pinks, which I then gave away because someone had asked for like pink roses. So I'm like, hey, I've got like a whole locker full of pink roses. And then someone had asked, I want lots of purple. I'm going to do a whole purple town. And so I gave her like I gave her an entire beach full of purple roses because like all it was doing was that. And I was getting them right away. Like my second day in this town, I got a purple rose from the 2 red roses that had spawned in when I did the town. Yeah, you only want to do 2 the corner and another 2. Otherwise, do a T where you have 2, your anchor point, 2 to the right, 2 to the left, and making a T, a giant T, like T. Hello. Still swearing on me. Make me nervous. So yeah, like right now I'm gonna just fill this whole town with these because people have asked for these. One of my friends came in and did like 16 runs full of locker stuff because I had so many of these. Because I was gonna do white and red roses only in this town. Painting your roses red and all that. But then I'm like, you know what is better, like Alice themed flowers. So I was just gonna do all like this is just gonna go everywhere. That way when people want them, they can have them. And then roses will go on the beach. I have a Hogwarts town as well, so I have Hogwarts themes, where I have red and gold roses together. I have clover, like 4-leaf clovers. Well, that took a long time too. Sucking away every single good luck clover from any of my towns and my friends' towns. Like, helps with the weaving badge as well. And that one has the white carnations, which will braid themselves. So I have a spot where I have 4 white carnations, and I water those when I need more white carnations. I got those by breeding the red and pink carnations together that you get from Father's Day and Mother's Day. In the cards, you get those two, you start watering them, they'll produce more red and pink. Once you get the red and pinks, you can then do the whites, and once you get the whites, you can just get more whites. So whites will spawn more whites. And then, so I've got that together to represent the Slytherin. The red and gold roses for Gryffindor. I've got black and yellow roses for Hufflepuff. And for Ravenclaw, I've got blue roses and white roses. Ravenclaw's better. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. So yeah, I have like a Hogwarts town. I don't even think that that's in the Straight Pass because I haven't touched that town in a while. But that town is full of flowers too, because that was just overstock. I did a massive clean out of my Splat town, and out of this town, any roses. So like, this was the only town that still had like pink and purple, which I wasn't using anywhere. So it's like, I did flower giveaways and just gave them all away. I gave away the blue and like all the hybrids because like people were asking for flowers, and so I'd start from scratch and get it a lot faster than some people. But I'm like, I think it's just my luck on my DS or something. Like, I'm able to do flower breeding, but that's all I can do. I can time travel. I know all the time travel tricks. But like when it comes to knowing furniture pieces, I am just screwed. Don't know all the revamps. I don't even know villagers' name. I call them by like, hey white elephant, hey pink rhinos, or blue bear, and like I don't bother knowing villagers' names because I kick them out so much and I ignore them. I don't really care if they come and go, because I can call them in with my amiibo cards. So I just do that, and then so here will be all red roses, and these are all red hybrids already. So like, they'll spawn more reds, they'll spawn more red hybrids, and like you saw earlier, I don't know if you were here, it spawned a black rose, so I just tucked it over here, and I didn't water it. So like, these won't get watered by anybody other than villagers. Red elf or blue rose. I think red hybrids in L will give you blue rose. See, and people don't realize if you use fertilizer, they're really only good for trees. Like if you want to do perfect fruits and stuff, that would be the only way to, turn the regular fruit into like a perfect fruit by planting fertilizer. I found it's just not that effective for flowers. Some people swear by it. I do not, because I find it spawns just as easy without it, and then you're saving yourself 1,600 bells and the time to go get the fertilizer. If you're having a very difficult time, like once you get your 4 blues in your L, in the corner, like, so like you have your L like this, you plant your fertilizer here, where I'm standing, and then you water the whole section, including the fertilizer bag. You can only get a perfect cherry if it's your, yeah. You'll see over here, I have, I got a basket of pears. So to get perfect pears, your town starts with one. So I just planted one tree and then got one from there. But you can plant a pear and then a fertilizer like here as it's growing. And then I water it. They say it doesn't help, but it totally helps, I think, because the times I do water, it works better. But yeah, you can only get perfect fruit if it's your natural town. Like, I planted perfect oranges. They'll just turn into regular fruit trees. They're from my friend's town who has oranges as her fruit. So you can plant perfect fruit in your town, but the only perfect fruit that will grow into perfect fruit trees are your natural, whatever your home fruit is. So in this town, it's pears. In my other town, it's apples. And then I think it's pears in my Hogwarts town, but I have 0 trees in there. I'm not going to plant any fruit trees in Hogwarts. I'm going to plant a dark forest with cedar trees, though, because dark forest has to happen. So I've got that town a little more themed out, even though I've spent less time on it, but I was very specific into what, like, I was putting in that town. But, like, here's your baby L, right? So if you want to do fertilizer, you do fertilizer where I'm standing, and then you water the whole, like, this whole section. You would water all of this, get the flowers into your fertilizer. This is helpful if you're doing, like, blues and you're just not getting blues. I find oranges are a little more difficult to breed out. For some reason, I'll always get faster blues than I did oranges. But I tried it, and when it wasn't giving me stuff to start with, like when I was like 3/4 way, it stopped giving me like a whole bunch of flowers because like my villagers started plotting flowers a lot more. I used the fertilizer method on the orange flowers to see if like it forces a flower, like it forces more of that, but you may not get orange flowers that way. Like orange can produce other things as well, so it forces the flower to hybrid, but it may not be the color you want, because unless it's like specifically only going to give you that color, like I think white carnations will only give white carnations. So like in that case, it won't pop out anything else. Although I suppose the white carnations could technically give you pink or red carnations out of it, but like if you're like, oh, I have 2 white carnations, then use the fertilizer, water it, and then force spawn it in order to produce more white carnations, if that makes sense. You know, you gotta kind of like force them a little bit. Sorry. My arm's getting tired. I have to hold this. So yeah, like I'm just gonna fill this up with black roses. I had 4 ornaments on, so I don't have to worry about any hybrids dying. If you want golden roses, I suggest getting the flower ornaments on, doing your blacks, getting your section ready for withering. Like I want so many gold roses. I would put them off to the side because you can transplant later. You know, you pick them up and move them later. That way you're watering regular everything. You take off the ordnance in order to have some of them wilted, and make sure you're just going around watering every single thing you want to keep. And then once you get your golden roses, you can turn it back on. Like, okay, I've got this much for right now. You know, I need to breed more black roses so I can have those wither in order to make more gold roses. So, like, my friends just spent the money in cycling, like, okay, I'm going to breed black roses for a while, and I'm kind of bored. So I'll turn off the ordnance and turn those into gold roses, you know, gold rose batch or whatever, and then turn it back on to keep the gold roses, and then, you know, back and forth and back and forth. And she finds that that's a pretty good way in getting golden roses. You just have to think of like how many you want, or get someone to gift them to you. There's lots of people who do that. They have entire towns of just gold roses for people to ask for on the Discord. So feel free. Like, I just can't get this flower. Well, if you start with like 4 flowers, you'll get 4 more flowers, and then it just kind of snowballs from there. Like I said, later this week I'll do like a giveaway. So maybe I'll bring in some like blue roses from my other town and some orange roses and stuff just to have them down here. To do a hybriding giveaway at the beach. You know, most of this is going to stay open so that I can like, here's a furniture set, or here's, you know, people gifted me these infinite baskets that I don't use hacks. So I just give them right back away to people who do ask for them. I don't, you know, I find I don't need hacks. I have plenty of friends who have like fruits in their towns, so they give me baskets. Or I had some on hand from when I first had an orchard in the town, and I cut it all down to like reorganize my town. So, and then I'm gonna have to like start stockpiling bushes. But my friend says she has like a stockpile of bushes. I'm hoping they're the ones I want. People tend to stockpile the holly bushes, and I don't like holly colored bushes. I think they look just terrible. Well, they look great in the winter, but I like hardly spend any time in the winter. There's hardly any bugs. There's hardly any fish. You know, once I'm done catching, it's like I don't spend a whole lot of time in winter. I like to keep it in springtime. I want the fall leaves to fall. Like, you know how you have like the cherry blossoms fall for those 2 weeks in April? I want the fall leaves to fall in like fall. Like, how about in like October we have, instead of having like Jack the Man come by, you know, maybe we can have like fall leaves fall or something. Because like snow falls in winter, and it does rain, and you get the cherry blossom festival thing, and even Pave has floating feathers and confetti around. Like, the least they can do is make it so like fall has something. Oh, no more badges. But yeah, I still have to work on like getting Katrina. So every time she comes, I have to like start doing that. I also don't have Gracie check yet, but I just bought the crown, so I that should be coming up. Like they'll revamp, and then I'll have to pass the Gracie check. Luckily, I have enough clothes like everywhere on a lot of characters that I shouldn't need to, or people have them around, or I have a full catalog on my main town, so I just buy what I need and shovel it over. Sorry. Oh, droppy frames, please. Yeah, it keeps going red on my Discord connection, so I'm sorry if it like screeches a whole bunch. I'll try to work it out. Like I said, I was having trouble all this morning, but it didn't want to work. Hopefully you guys are getting enough sound coming through. But that's all I'm going to do for today, and then, you know, feel free to, like, catch me on Discord. I do major town giveaways. Like, I'll fill this whole thing. Me and my friends will fill it up with, like, leftover stuff. Like, I have spare RV items, Japanese exclusives. My friend is from Japan, and she brings me all the Japanese exclusives. So, like, the 7-Eleven set that you can only get over there, or the notepad and the campus set or something is a Japanese exclusive as well. So, like, we'll get also, I'll set up something where we can, like, set out, like, wallpapers and flooring that you can't find other than like through like downloadable content or RV items and things like that. So, did you finally get the blue rose? Victory! So yeah, I mean, if the L works for you, I'd say stick with it. Because typically everybody will find their own like TL or cube or diamond. And each flower likes a different kind of style. Those are the four main things, and I just keep it all the same. I just like cubes. You know, you've got several spots all around that L's work. People say L's work the best, or T's work just as well as L's. You know, because you've got either side. But once you get like 2 blues, take off the reds and just water the blues. You'll get 4 more blues that way, if nothing else is getting watered and nothing else is getting planted. So anyway, I'll do like revamp furniture for some of the giveaways or whatever, so I'll work on it. But like, maybe next stream I'll do like my Animal Crossing, and I'll show you like my Split Town or Hogwarts or something, and I'll show you like how I set up like my hybrids there, because these are the things that many people ask. Oh, I meant to cover one more thing because someone said that they would watch the VOD. So you come out of here. This is for scorpion and tarantula force spawning. I think I already even have those in my museum. Let me just go check. Because if not, I'll show you how to catch it real fast. I think they're some of the easiest bugs to catch because it's so easy if your town is empty, like what I did. I took out all the trees and things. Check the exhibits. Buggos. Yeah. Here's my buggos. See, I've already caught the tarantula and scorpion, and I do not have that many bugs. That is not a lot of bugs. So I already have the tarantula and scorpion, and people think that that's like the hardest bug, and I think it's one of the easiest bugs to catch. It's super easy to set up. They'll only spawn in about 3 locations on your map. Now each map is different. Everybody's different. So kind of like as open as my town is, that would be the perfect time to actually go into whatever month they go, at whatever time they go, walk around. Even if it stings you, you know where that spot is, and you kind of have to narrow it down. So I start at the train station, and I walk around my loop. I would be walking, not running. I'm going to run. But let's say, like, my tarantula and scorpion spawned right here. So I know I'm going to keep this area open. So I would approach it from the other way. So I'd approach it from like way down over here. I'd get out my net or have it where I can like click, you know, and then you go and you carefully approach it, carefully approach it, and then nab it, right? So this would be once I found that it spawned here. It actually spawned on my pathway. It can't spawn on top of tile. It has no problem spawning on top of tile. People say it doesn't, but it was actually on my path. But I got it. I nailed it over here. So that was one spot they spawned in. So I found that one spot, and then they spawned over where I have my fountain. See, they spawned here for me too. So this would be my other spot where the tarantulas and scorpions spawn. I never found the third spot. Like, in my main town, my spot town, it spawned over, like, on my map. I had a slightly different layout where my river went like this. But I had my police station over here. And it spawned here for me. In my other town, it spawned here. in my other town, and my town tree's in about the same spot, but it spawned like just kind of right where my house is. And then the other spot was over here, like my beach went like this, and it spawned here. The entrance to my beach was like here. I had a house here. I have a house here. It spawned behind my house, kind of up in this upper corner. Those are the three spots that spawned in my other town, and I kept those kind of tree free, stump free, flower free. I kept them kind of very basic, because they will spawn when other bugs, like you don't want to have crickets going and then try to still hunt for a scorpion or tarantula. So the way to force spawn it is to make your loops. So you walk out of here, you kind of have like an emptier town, so that's why I depleted all my trees. Sorry. I depleted all my trees, and I tucked away some of my flowers to start with. So I come out of the train station because it resets the spawn. I walk around, I find where they've spawned. Even if they hit you, you just get sent back to your town and you start again. But now you know that's kind of where they will be. So you walk around, I walked around, I actually started this way and went this way. Walked around, knowing it would spawn here, so I kept my eyes out for here. And they make a little rattling, like hiss sound, like kind of like hissy hiss sound. Kind of like a baby rattle. And then, so if you hear it, and then you know it's kind of around, and you want to walk really super slow. Then you kind of like walk a normal speed, but like not fast. And then when you have your thing out, and when it's about arm's length away, or like, I kind of like start shooting it from, like if I were this right here, and I had my net out, the tarantula should be right here where this tile is, and I would start swinging. They actually don't move that fast. You don't want to turn your back on it, so you always want to face it. And if it starts walking away, I like nab it. Like I just use my thing and like nab it as quickly as I can before it gets away. But you walk around. If you didn't see anything or other bugs are spawning, you go back into the train station, and then you do it again. You walk all the way around, and then like by the second loop, I actually had a scorpion spawn twice. So I did it on the first loop, but it ran off and dove into the water away from me. And then the second time I went a lot slower, and I actually got it. And then another day I did it. I came up and around, and it was in the same spot. Like these two spots did have it, but like they kept jumping away. So like here was a really good spot to catch because I came up slowly on it, like this, and then I was able to nab it. Like, so I got the scorpion, and then I had nabbed another scorpion, and then by this time I'm like, oh, I'll go this way. So I went down and around this way, and actually caught my tarantula like here. I had to chase it a little ways, and then I nabbed it here, and then I was able to get another tarantula. Like I went to go like deposit it at the museum. I came back and did it again, and like it was right here. So that's how we would catch it. I don't have any other. There's no trees. No trees, and there's no flowers, just nothing down here. I had taken everything off, and then it spawns in, like, it spawned here, one of them jumped off the cliff, but I was able to get the two I needed to donate to the museum real fast, like, in the first week of being, like, mayor, I had nabbed my tarantula and scorpion super, super quick. But see, my bug collection is not very complete. Very, very empty. But I find that they are one of the easiest bugs to actually catch. you can force where they are, or they force where they are. There's only about 2 to 3 spots in your town where they actually spawn in. So if that doesn't make sense, I can maybe make like a little diagram, or like I took a picture to show you or something, but it's really super easy. They're limited time. They are, if you don't have any trees or anything, the only other things that will spawn are like grasshoppers or, crickets or, ground bugs. But if you don't have any trees or flowers in your town, that would be the perfect time to catch the tarantula and scorpion. Then the 2 supposed hardest bugs are then the easiest bugs to catch. So, hope that made sense. If not, catch me on Discord. And we'll catch you next time. And thanks for watching.